Welcome to Mojo Core, and today we're breaking down how a book series referred to as gay hockey smut became an international television sensation.
I'm coming to the cottage.
If you're just as hooked on Heated Rivalry as we are, then this deep dive will set the record straight on chatter about the show's inspiration, portrayal of hockey, and controversies. The true story. Fans have been eating up the turbulent but steamy romances between Hollander and Rozanov and Scott and Kip. Many would be surprised to learn that these plotlines do have some inkling of truth to them.
You know that this is real.
Reid, the author of the Game Changers book series the show is based on, clarified some interesting real-world connections.
I mean, there were all these flashy European players like Jaromir Jagr, Timo Solane, Ovechkin later, Ilya Kovalchuk. So yeah, all those players kind of just like an amalgam. Definitely inspired Ilya.
According to Reid, the conflict between the two main characters was loosely based on Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby's heated rivalry in the NHL. Ovechkin and Crosby certainly never had an enemies-to-lovers romance, but their feud created a spectacle much like what we see on Heated Rivalry.
I think it was a fun time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is in the locker room like, what are you going to do? Are you going to fight him?
A rumor that the show was based on a fanfic between Captain America and the Winter Soldier was also shot down recently. Reid clarified that while it didn't originate as a Stucky story, Game Changers did take its first breath on AO3, a fanfiction website. Initially, the plot starred a real hockey captain and Bucky Barnes, so there is some accuracy to the gossip. While there are some clear inspirations, Heated Rivalry is a complete work of fiction.
I kind of prefer being the hole rather than the peg.
With that being said, there is a lot it gets right and wrong about the world it depicts, and this has sparked some mixed reactions.
I'm sorry, sir. We'd really like to accommodate you, but...
Sir, I'm just a bellboy. You can't treat the staff like this.
Oh, I think I know how the staff likes to be treated after years.
Hockey culture. Heated Rivalry has received a ton of accolades, not just for spotlighting queer romance, but for bringing hockey to a wider audience. As far as sports dramas go, hockey is often neglected. So longtime fans were thrilled to tune in, and hockey novices were offered a taste for what the game is like. But how much is accurate? Naturally, the show's MLH stands in for NHL, the National Hockey League. It takes liberties regarding which cities have franchises, but it does properly depict a long-standing rivalry between Montreal and Boston.
No two teams in NHL history have faced each other more times in the regular season than the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens.
These are two of the oldest teams in hockey, so they've had numerous heated face-offs for the Stanley Cup.
Montreal has beaten them senseless in terms of the edge that they own in that particular rivalry, and Boston keeps thinking, we're going to get them next time. And next time it's the same story.
When we first meet Hollander and Rozanov, they've just competed in a tournament to increase their draft odds, based on the real World Junior Ice Hockey Championships.
Good luck in the tournament.
You will not be so nice when we beat you.
However, their stick jockeying in episode 5 would have gotten them both thrown off the ice. This sort of horseplay is forbidden during a face-off, though the showrunner surely added it in for the metaphorical sword fighting, wink wink. Apart from the technicalities, Heated Rivalry touches on a stark homophobia in hockey culture.
I realize that I may be that thing that hockey players like to throw around as an insult. The kind of language that I heard on the ice and in the locker room every day was a constant reminder that I was different.
The NHL is currently the only major league of any top sport to not have a current or former openly gay player.
It's certainly one of the last places where it's a challenge, I think, to be openly gay.
This speaks to the pressure to internalize for fear of backlash, communicated through all of our protagonists.
Yeah, my life is complicated. Yeah, I get that. And I can't come out, not right now.
Hollander cries to his girlfriend, admitting that he's unable to talk about his sexuality with anyone.
Have you ever told anyone that before?
Rozanov makes it abundantly clear that coming out is not an option because it would even sacrifice his standing in his home country of Russia.
Because your family?
Because Russia! I will not be able to go back to Russia.
What would happen to you?
I don't want to find out.
Scott Hunter, on the other hand, totally breaks that barrier down when he kisses Kip in front of millions after winning the cup. It's a tear-jerking scene, but a far cry from reality. Retired goaltender Brock McGillis became one of the first openly gay players in 2016, though he didn't play in the NHL. He's been outspoken about his love for the show and how closely he relates to the world the characters inhabit, down to the hotel hookups and cell phone aliases.
I dated a guy for 3 years without a soul knowing. He came and stayed with me in Montreal when I was at school, and I snuck him in through the fire exit.
However, he's uncertain that the show will truly open doors for players to comfortably come out.
What I don't think it'll do is break down the locker room culture that exists.
Heated Rivalry reflects a real-world problem where homosexuality is still taboo in the sport of hockey. For example, Pride-themed jerseys were banned from the NHL in 2023, even for Pride Night warm-ups.
The idea that if you do want to support one of these causes on the ice, you would be fined for doing so does not sit well with me.
Pride tape on sticks was banned too, though the league later walked that back.
The NHL probably spent the weekend weighing their options about good PR, bad PR. If we punish him for using Pride-themed tape on his stick, how are we going to look?
While the girls and the gays, who do make up a considerable percentage of hockey fans, are tuned in, it's questionable whether Heated Rivalry can permeate some of the more stubborn blocks of hockey fans and officials who can actually make a change.
The NHL didn't respond to a request for comment, but has said many times in the past that it supports diversity and inclusion. Its players just won't be showing it on the ice.
Heated Rivalry also accurately portrays the intense strain athletes experience from so many ends. Rozanov's father is incredibly hard on him, driving a turn in his character where he becomes cold and obsessed with winning.
Как ты допустил до этого? Тебе не стыдно?
Мне стыдно, отец.
Но не настолько. Они не учат тебя дисциплине в этой американской лиге. Это не игра, а халтура.
Hollander's mother plays the part of a stay-at-home coach, often prioritizing what's good for Hollander's brand over what's good for his sense of stability.
Shane, are you listening to me?
What? Yeah?
Okay, so what did I just say?
Sneakers, I heard.
Okay, you have to be seen in your Reeboks.
I know, Mom.
Because you cannot be in anything else.
Mom, I'm always wearing skates.
This combination of public pressure, online scrutiny, family expectations, and on-ice performance all collide to make managing personal relationships incredibly slippery.
How about... I wish you were here right now.
Я бы тоже хотел.
Controversies. Heated Rivalry is incredibly sex-positive, depicting erotic encounters between the show's pairs in great detail.
I can't believe you're giving in to me. I'm so into you. So into you.
But that doesn't mean everyone agrees with the way it depicts sex or gay romance. Some journalists have criticized how characters view queerness as legitimate only when it's declared to the world.
We get together, we simple.
Simple?
We simple for me.
Bullshit.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? And if two hockey players with public girlfriends sleep together in the private confines of a hotel room, are they really gay?
There are hot women everywhere.
There is a girl I like here very much, Svetlana.
Oh?
Heated Rivalry does contend with this, pitting desire against identity. And it does ultimately resolve these plot points through open celebration.
You have made me better in every conceivable way. I love you. Thank you.
Though another scathing critique came from I Love LA star Jordan Firstman, who stated that Heated Rivalry just isn't gay because it doesn't properly depict how gay people sleep together.
Hey. How was practice?
Hudson Williams and Francois Arnault clapped back in defense of their sex scenes, and Firstman eventually conceded.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit. Nikki, congratulations.
A more serious allegation of queerbaiting has rocked the show as well, generating a lot of discussion about whether straight actors should be playing queer characters.
It was nice.
It was.
And it felt like we were something.
When questioned about the lead actor's sexualities, creator Jacob Tierney shut it down, affirming that, quote, "there's no reason to get into that stuff." Of course, this truly is nobody's business, but the flare-up was only exacerbated by Connor Story and Hudson Williams' perceived flirting during press junkets.
Oh, look at that. That's that butt. That's that butt. I live in Los Angeles, baby.
Come for this belt buckle with your teeth.
We don't do friends, we do lust.
Fans may have received flashbacks to Styles and Derek from Teen Wolf, where the actors shamelessly played off of fans shipping their highly requested on-screen romance.
We want to ask if you guys could vote for Teen Wolf for the Teen Choice Awards. For
Choice Summer Show,
Best Choice Summer Show. Yep. Can you please do it? Because if you do,
we'll take
that's all that needs to be said.
However, the key difference is that this more blatant form of queerbaiting never came to fruition in the show, and merely teased eager fans with representation that didn't actually exist.
Start the car, or I'm gonna rip your throat out with my teeth.
Heated Rivalry has been incredibly progressive. Still, a demand to see queer people telling queer stories is undeniable, though it's impossible to gatekeep these roles from actors who simply haven't made public statements regarding their sexualities. Again, nobody's business.
I believe in the idea of soulmates, not saying you're my one and only soulmate.
Lastly, there have been some whispers about Hollander being portrayed as neurodivergent without any real confirmation in the show. In an interview, Rachel Reid stated, quote, "As the person who created him, that was definitely a part of his character. And it's something that, as I continued writing him, became clearer as I myself learned more about autism." On Heated Rivalry, he comes off as focused, gets teased for being boring, and struggles to express himself.
Thank you for the tuna melt. I'm sorry. I can't.
Ultimately, it's a side to Hollander's character that may only surface for some.
This looks serious.
It's not. I mean, yeah, I guess. Can you just sit down or something?
When it comes to all the hubbub, Reid put it best, saying, quote, "I didn't expect this book to be analyzed like The Great Gatsby when I wrote it. It's really just a hockey romance. So let's celebrate it as such."
I love you.
Holy shit.
I mean, I love you too.
What are you hoping to see happen in Season 2? Let us know in the comments.